2. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Detroit Lions.
2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Shedeur. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9. Sanders to throw. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
This one is complete to Jenkins.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, Levis. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now Levis finds Gibbs on a check down.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Levis looking to move him around a bit. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he's got it to about the 40. The Lions are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Levis. He's got right on the short throw. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Levis. He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to find Jameson Williams.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Browns defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
And now an audible here into something else. Levis to throw it. That is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Isaac to Slaw. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions have taken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Browns take over first and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Here's Sanders.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
Now Sanders.
Try! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Throwing, Sanders.
And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns are able to move back in front.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws, has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Levis back to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Gibbs. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Levis looking to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Levis sets up the throw here. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And Levis going to change the play. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And Levis going back to the air. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1 yard line. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 10. Sanders from his own end zone. To the right side, that's where Tillman is. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw now, here's Sanders. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And it's fielded at the 34.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Right side to Williams.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Here's 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
They'll throw it again with Levis. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Levis looking to throw it. Finds Gibbs on a check down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
39 yards.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Browns take over first and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Sanders. That's caught left side by Judy.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. A give up the middle. Jenkins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Sanders.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for Detroit. And even 60 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Levis from the gun.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored him, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
An inside run with Judkins.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Sanders to throw. Setting up a screen for Judkins.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Now Sanders. He'll get this complete to Tillman.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Browns have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. He gets this into the hands of Judkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They'll give it to Judkins. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9. Throwing, Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Shedeur. That's complete. It's Malachi Corley.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Sanders once more. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They'll go. Here's Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Here we go. 1st and goal. Judkins will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 2nd and goal from the 1.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And this time he is in. Yes. Quinshon Judkins, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Levis. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Levis. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
It's 4th down.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Levis, he'll look to throw it. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Levis to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw, Levis. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Levis. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Throwing now, here's Levis.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side.
And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here's Levis. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Here now, second and goal.
24. 19. 24, land up, son.
He's back to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Boy, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change